on this exact surface as well. And his Lieutenant Mohammed Rizwan, he strides out as his opening partner, the man who's busy as well and just gets things going. And Rizwan is number 2 in the world, so number 1 and number 2 open the batting for Pakistan. And we have a bit of part-time spin from Travis Head.
I like this. Keezy and Baz, bit of innovation from the Australians. We've seen the ball coming on to the bat nice and early. But it's going to be interesting to see how these two players, especially the form they have, how they're going to treat the off-spin with Travis Head.
Part-time spin, I reckon they'll have a real go. We've got, what, man out on the sweep and deep mid-wicket. Long on and long off, or they're up in the circle. So just a regulation, mid-on and mid-off. Here we go. Still a good pitch, even though it's a used surface. You get out there, there's not a blade of grass on it. And the benefits of batting under lights in 50 over cricket, well, both are going to feel that now. There's no dew out there when we were out there just a moment ago. Here we are. Off the mark straight away.
As I mentioned, it's going to be really interesting to see they go, but you're right, I don't think they're going to be poking and prodding here. Straight into it. 20 overs, of course. And 20 deliveries for Pakistan to score a huge run. The first time they've batted first in the white ball side of the series.
Missed out.
What Rizwan and Babar do exceptionally well is pace their innings. They're not shy of giving themselves time to get in on the pitch and then cash in. You normally expect the two openers to really hammer through the power play, but these two do it a different way. Rizwan normally the one who will take the more risks. Man out on the sweep, so he's just looking leg side because that is his power region. Square leg to mid-wicket.
Yeah, well, that's what that leg side line, that line that Head's bowling at the moment, be nice and full. But they'll be looking at mid-wicket closely.
Australia be happy with this. You bring on a part-timer, and if he doesn't go for a boundary, you think that's a win for you in the first over. It means you then start giving yourself a bit more room to play with at the back end, because 1 over you've got away with part-time spin. Right, change of field, long on back. How about that? Just have a little walk across and slot him for 6. 10 for 9. Well, that's the problem. He's clever as well. Saw the field change and just said, right, nominated the shot. Little short arm jab for 6. Well, just when you thought Aaron Finch would have thought perfect. He goes at a runner ball, I'll take that. That over's a victory for Pakistan. Endorcious, man on debut.
He's always looking leg side. That is his power region, sort of square leg to mid-wicket. Slog sweep.
Just a flick. Just a flick of the wrist, and it just races off the bat.
Yeah, welcome Ben Dwarshuis. T20 international cricket. A little bit of width there. Still hitting the deck, but he's going to help himself to that.
Yeah, Australia not able to stop Babar Azam throughout the series. And he started off beautifully as usual.
You just hear the crowd chanting Babar.
What a moment for Ben Dwarshuis. having the opportunity right here for Australia, of course, in his debut. But T20 career had a sensational BBL Australia and has done for a number of years now. Convert that for Australia. Yeah, we spoke at the pre-game show just about the opportunity that this whole tour has been for the Australian players, giving them, everyone, a chance. Chance also for the crowd to come and watch their heroes. And haven't they seen that? Loving the captain, Barbara's arm.
I love Barbara Hassan more than my wife. Yeah, good length. That's the thing that Pakistan did well in the third ODI on a similar pitch, where they're able to hit that back of a length hard.
This ground in T20 cricket is not a pitch you'd think that, yes, win the toss and bowl first straight away, because the stats tell you differently. It's almost equal in T20 eyes. But more recently, the PSL, well, a lot of games being won by the teams batting first, 14 out of 19. So it tells you that putting runs on the board with the pitch not changing much and the dew not coming into play, it's not too bad an option to actually be batting first.
Even that pitch is something that certainly the Australian players don't come across too often, but it almost had a glaze to it, almost like a shine.
Leans on it that side now for the man at deep cover to make chase. Another good over for Pakistan. 18 for none. Best crowd of the series so far, they reckon it will be. Still a few seats, but the crowd is, well, it's a sellout here and people just start flooding in. You can still see them coming in now. They'll be trying to rush to get here to watch these two bat. Right, the part-time spin is done. Travis Head is out of the attack and it's now Abbott. Oh, I don't know. I think that's just a bit high, if anything.
This is part of that innovation from the Australians, just changing it so that the batsmen don't get set. Get used to it. Of course, Travis Head that first over, which was really different to see, but Sean Abbott coming in immediately, hitting a good line, a nice straight line at that, but also the length.
Right, Osaka Batteries all-rounder contest. Go to Osaka Batteries Facebook, like the page and answer the question. Get a chance to win exciting prizes.
And Sean Abbott is one of those players that's benefiting from this experience. The white ball in these conditions. Of course, there's a T20 World Cup in Australia later this year, but also I think in the bigger picture, there's a 50-over one-day national World Cup, ICC World Cup in India next year. It's all part of the experience for these players.
Bottom hand comes into that shot. Should be a couple at least. It's a decent sized ground this, but because the outfield is so fast and it's such a good pitch, it's made to look smaller than what it is. You won't feel as a batsman like it's hard to get a 6. Ball just comes on and you feel you can just chip it over the boundary.
Just feel in these initial exchanges that short of a length, back of the length is the way to go.
Yeah, spot on. That's good again. You think a big shot might be coming. First pill, there was an appeal, but it looked just a little bit too high, if anything. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good work by the Australian faster bowlers coming in and hitting the deck, as we like to say. Often with a new ball in your hands, you make the mistake of going too full, looking for swing.
And out of deep cover.
Yeah, with those two fielders back in the deep point and also a deep square leg, it sort of stops the boundary. From just a good ball, but a good shot that pierces the infield.
Well, it's not been a bad over so far. 2.5 overs gone, whether Rizwan now wants to try and use his feet. Mid on and mid off are up. Now fine leg's gone back as well. Might be a short ball. No, full. Very good from Abbott. 22 for none. And a good cricketer, Sean Abbott. Looks he's had a decent time of it, I'd say. And one of the players over who's enhanced his reputation.
Certainly has. Not only the ball, but also the bat. Keezy. We saw that coming in Australia in a little bit of bother in that last one-day international. Ended up getting 49 runs. And really pushed Australia through to that 200-run total. It wasn't never going to be enough, but they got them much more than they were looking like getting.
Historic tour is coming to an end. 1-1, you could say. Australia won the Test series, Pakistan won the ODIs. This could be the decider. Right, change of bowling again. Ellis hasn't got it.
Yeah, Barber loaded up there, didn't he? Change of bowler. Nathan Ellis, skiddy, but he's shown his skills too. Changes his sort of the grip, the paces. You're going to see plenty of that tonight. Certainly this form of the game.
He's a specialist in this form. Barber might be coming at him though. Straight down the ground. Bottom of the bat's not going to matter. That's going to race away for a couple of bounces full.
Was looking for that the previous delivery as well. This time he got the length. It's short of a length. And he's hit it through the line, kept his shape, and that's why he's able to hit it down the ground. Yeah, a little thud off the bat, not middle, but it's quite enough from Barber.
Right, does he go again? What have you got? Going to change the pace? Oh, into the leg side, just picked up. That has gone like a rocket.
Well, he found the centre that time. That ball rushing to the fence. He sized up the length. That was the off spin of the change of pace there, but just the length he's able to carry through with his hands. Wasn't in the centre of the bat, but it didn't need to be. 4 more.
And this is the problem. If you end up, you get, well, they've gone pretty well, but they haven't lost a wicket. So all of a sudden you get to the back end of the second half of the power play of 6 overs and you think, right, okay, we can both go. We can both look to play shots. That's why wickets are so important in those first couple of overs. Right, change of field. Everyone up on the offside. Oh, that's going to be 4 more. It's not a great delivery. You could see what he was trying to do with the change in the field, but that's just a gift.
Yeah, shame for Nathan Ellis there. Change of field. Aaron Finch, that delivery took the man from deep point and put him over at deep mid-wicket. Just overcorrected the line there, did Nathan Ellis. Looking for full and straight. A little too straight.
Yeah, more regulation that time from Babar, just a turn of the pads to the fence, but that's been created by those couple of shots that he's put pressure on Ellis. Discussions again, no change in the field, a deep mid wicket and a deep square.
This is a good pitch. It's a good pitch, and if you wanted to, you could take part in the bat challenge, the TikTok bat challenge. Show your freestyle skills with the ball and the bat. Let's see how creative you can be in tapping the ball with the bat. Get a chance to win an all-paid trip to Lahore for the T20 game, which, is that not today? We might need to change that. Should we just make up a prize for someone like that? You get an all-expense trip to the Bahamas or something like that. Slow ball. 36 for none.
आओ चलें एक नई दुनिया में, तराज की दुनिया में, जहां मिले सब कुछ, जहां इम्पॉसिबल कुछ भी नहीं, और इमेजिनेशन इज जस्ट द बिगिनिंग। सियालकोट से हुंजा 260 miles. What matters is your single smile. सोच बड़ी, इरादे मजबूत, तरीकों से हटके, कुछ नया इजहार, खुशियों के रंग में मिला जुला सा प्यार। Discover your Daraz.
You can. And as a bowler, you just got to hold your nerve because it is not easy. Ball is skidding on a belter. Change of pace.
Good first over by Sean Abbott. He's rewarded with a second. And even that one, change of pace, 115k. Previous over. This is the first of the 3 boundaries. Second, didn't really get that. And that one, he didn't need to. Found the fence easily.
And sometimes you can just get a little bit funky with the fields. Oh, a little bit of swing, sort of dropped his arm a bit lower there, and that went out of the hand.
Tonight, this is the area we spoke about, the length. As you spoke about this too, about the right length to bowl on this pitch. Rather than being too full, too straight, just that top of off stump line and length.
It's been a longish tour for the Australian players. Head, Marnus, Inglis and Greens here from the start.
Long on back.
The only player who wouldn't want this tour to end is Babar Azam with the form that he's in. Got it beautifully. Team Pakistan keep the winning momentum to party moment. And Babar and Rizwan, dynamic duo, we know that.
I'm going to be missing these little promos when I go back tomorrow. Should just be a single.
And as you can sense, Rob Key is already back on his flight because his golf form has been absolutely atrocious. Wants to go back to his favorite clubs and favorite golf courses and get those hole-in-ones again.
Right, 2 back on the leg side, deep square leg, deep mid-wicket as well, so it's got to be straight. Got to be at the body, if anything. Oh, a little bit of swing, he just whips it. You feel actually that's nominated because had he just sort of looked to go through the offside, that was a half volley outside off stump.
Yeah, swing there, seam up and genuine outswing, but even from outside off stump, yep, he was always looking to hit it to the leg side.
Yeah, the knuckle ball, it just sort of, whenever you face that, it just feels like it floats and hovers towards you. It's a good ball, that. Greg, but the man is back. This is an excellent start from Pakistan. You know, one more over at the power play. It's all on for young and old. 40 for 9.
Right over.
Top start this. 40 for 9 after 5 overs. Run rate bang on 8 at this stage, and they got going at that pretty early as well. Barber and Rizwan, how often have we seen them charge right at the beginning? Dwarshuis, 1 over, none for 8. A couple of dot balls in that. Head, first over, went for 10. Ellis's first went for 14. That's a bit of a setback. They actually like the way that he has a variety to Australia. So Finch has got his work cut out at this stage. The average power play score since the start of 2021 for Pakistan is 43. So they are ahead of the game at this stage and playing superbly. Dwarshuis again. Rizwan advancing. Looking to come back for the second. Nope, they settle just for 1. No, they don't. Take advantage of a slight error in the field. Aruj Waka, good evening.
Good evening, gentlemen, and everyone else watching. What this does promise is Pakistan onto a good start. It should be a good game. The only T20 in the series.
Picked up beautifully to the sweeper.
Good evening, Mike. Good evening, Aruj. Good evening, all the viewers. What a start from Pakistan. Both these two openers, they always complement each other. Normally, it is Rizwan who starts off aggressively. Babar sort of sits back and play his normal merry way, but it's the other way around tonight. Babar looking to take on the bowlers, and Rizwan, all he's doing is trying to rotate the strike and give back to Babar, which is the right way to go. Good start from Pakistan.
And what Australia are trying to do is shut down Rizwan on the leg side. So strong on the leg side, they want to force him to go on the offside. He's got it through the keeper on the bounce, and it's gone for 4.
Yeah, it went really quickly after bouncing. It was very difficult for the wicketkeeper to get that under edge, and after it hit the turf, it was very difficult for English to get hold of it. Handy boundary.
So 7 off the first 3 balls of this over. He's under pressure, Dwarshuis. Oh, that's smashed away. There is protection. .48 for none at this stage. Oh, there we go. Aruj, scoring areas. Look at those wheels as well. Aruj, tell us about the scoring areas first, then about the wheels.
Nothing escapes the camera's eye these days.
Loads on the leg side.
Just showing them how it's done. Don't get your foot cramped.
Backing away, going over the top. He has nailed that. What a shot. That is sensational.
I don't think Aruji showed him playing that shot, because that was hit so beautifully, giving himself a little bit of room. Babar very aggressive this evening and smashing it through over the cover, over the middle for 6. Wonderful stroke.
I talk about this often, how he gets into good position, stays generally on leg side of the delivery and doesn't get too far forward with his feet, lets the hand do the talking. That's gloriously timed now. 50 brought up for Pakistan in no time. Just the 35 deliveries for the 54 on the board now.
He's with a rocket, 36 off 24. Strike rate of 150 for the champion from Pakistan. Works that away. Strong wrists. He's going to get more than one. They're going to come back comfortably for the second. Long green tidies up. End of 6. 16 off that, 56 for none.
आओ चलें एक नई दुनिया में, तराज की दुनिया में, जहां मिले सब कुछ, जहां इम्पॉसिबल कुछ भी नहीं, और इमेजिनेशन इज जस्ट द बिगिनिंग। सियालकोट से हुंजा 260 miles. What matters is your single smile. सोच बड़ी, इरादे मजबूत, तरीकों से हटके, कुछ नया इजहार, खुशियों के रंग में मिला जुला सा प्यार। Discover your Daraz.
Play is done. Adam Zampa now, who's very successful in this format. Look at that economy rate. That's just outstanding. Outstanding worker for this.
Yeah, as expected, Australia did not manage to take any wicket in the power play, so he's probably a go-to man to get them a wicket, because if they don't pick up a wicket, this is going big.
He got one for 24 in the semi-final, the World T20 semi-final. Really put the brakes on Pakistan in that game. He's got variety, that's the other thing about him. His speed through the air doesn't change a great deal from the one-day internationals.
I think there's going to be a key period here. Pakistan have gone away to a flyer. Not easy to play him. He has protection on the leg side, both men, 3 men, mid-wicket, slightly straightish, deep backward square, long on, long off, and deep extra cover on the boundary.
5 on the fence. Does that pick the gap between two? I think it might have. Work to be done. Brilliant. Outstanding work. Piercing the gap for 4.
There wasn't really a big gap between that wideish mid-wicket and mid-on. Ball was touch short, and watch Babar going back foot and hitting it really hard. He knew where the gap was, although it was a small gap, but hit it beautifully.
Open the blade, sweeper into play.
If there's one aspect that about the Pakistan team in the T20 is they obviously, the 2 men like to play themselves in, but I think what they can do and they have been doing now is courageous up front, and the results have shown throughout the one day and now today in the T20 as well.
100% middled by Babar Azam. That might have been a bat onto inside edge, I should say, rather than a bat onto the pad, a bat onto the ball. I think that's exactly what they've called for. But there might be a bit of drama here. 100% middled by Babar Azam so far in the innings, and it looks like he might have broken his bat. That's devastating, surely. Favourite bat might be going down. Shorter. It's the slider he's got.
I don't think that bat is broken from the middle. He must have edged one of them. That was the appeal, the big appeal, the big inside edge onto the pad. Although it was nice and straight, but the edge saved him.
Just a bit of advice actually from Babar. Just went down and had a bit of a chat. Made him ask him maybe to settle down just a little bit, because Zampa's a fine bowler. Wait for something to put away, which he does there, and he's going to retain the strike, so that's fine as far as both sides are concerned. 7 off that first from Zampa, 63 for none.
Well, normally you see 12th men bringing 3 or 4 or maybe more bats, but I'm sure Babar has already decided, if this goes down, I'll take the other one. There you go. He didn't even look for it, didn't even test. These bats nowadays are so good.
There's the little split in the bat. You can see it in the bottom corner. Right, 7 overs gone. 63 for none at the moment. Cameron Green into the attack. They've got to try and stop the bleeding, Australia, because Pakistan are away.
Well, the only way bleeding can be stopped is by picking up a wicket or two. And by the look of it, the way the pitch is playing, it's a belter. Is coming on very, very nicely. I don't really see them picking up a wicket. They're all on their heel. They're looking to stop those boundaries at the moment.
Rizwan didn't get too many runs in the one-day series, so he looks like he's unleashed today. He's allowed Barber to fire. He's providing a bit of a supporting role up until now. Straight away you can see the line and the length that they're looking to bowl at Rizwan to try and shut off that leg side. That looks pretty comfortable. What do we got there? Nice little cola drink and perhaps a nice little iced coffee and a ice bar as well. Beautiful sensitivity-free moment, because life's too short for sensitive teeth. Having a great time. That's where he wants to bowl, of course. Anything straight he'll put away quite easily. Scampers back for the second. Oh, hobbles back for the second.
I think this is from earlier when he hit that edge and onto the ankle, or maybe inside the bat. He likes to play on the onside. This was pretty straight, and straight away as he was running the second one, he felt the pain and is not comfortable. This is the one, I guess, hit hard and hit it inside the pad line, and probably hit the little bit of a knee, inside knee, which can be very painful.
I think he's going soft, personally. For those who don't know, before that ICC T20 World Cup game against Australia, he spent the night in intensive care the night before that. He isn't going soft. He'll never go soft. Came out and got runs in that game. Confirmation of the highest power play scores in T20's internationals against Australia, 56 for none, as I mentioned earlier. Couple past 54 in Dubai, 2018. So they're with a rock at the moment.
Wonderful start for Pakistan, 67 without loss, 7.3 overs. They can build really big on that. Usual suspects, both the openers came in with the plan, and that really came hard at the Australians. Australians struggled big time with their slower ones, with their lines, with their lengths. They bowled both sides of the pitch, and if it is not on both sides of the pitch, Babar made sure that he uses the line and got away a little bit and hit through the cover nicely. Wow, I can watch this again and again and again. Elegant.
Yeah, he is one of the elegant stroke makers in the modern game, and I think one of the reasons of Pakistan's dominance in T20 format is primarily those two in the middle. Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan like to score up front, take the game deep, and rely on a very strong middle order to get big scores on the board. But what I just feel that they've added to their game a little bit is stepping up the scoring rate even in the initial part.
I asked him at the toss if he's still got some runs left for tonight. He just smiled and just he said yes. Well, so far so good for him. There's a look at what's happened in this Australia's tour of Pakistan. Gee, what a tour it's been. It's been a wonderful tour, it really has. First couple of tests were drawn. Australia winning the last test. Day 15 of the series. We found out what the result of that series was. The first one day Australia won by plenty. Second one day Pakistan won by plenty. And then the third, Pakistan creamed it, getting back by 9 wickets. And this is the only T20 we've got. So the medical staff have been out there. There's the trophy, by the way, that they're playing for today on the 5th of April. Lovely trophies have been handed out, by the way, for the test series and also the one-day series. There's the chairman. Right of screen he was. Nice to see plenty of support here tonight. It's sold out apparently. It's going to be filling up as we go on. Good news is that Rizwan's on his feet again. Just wanted some sympathy probably. Softy. No, okay, I'll stop that now, Waka. You're looking at me so strangely.
Stop it, Mikey, stop it. Enough.
One of the hardest men in cricket, this guy. Right, 3 balls left in the 8th over. Oh, he's bowled him. He's got it through. That's a bit of a surprise, I think, for everybody. For Australia and also for Pakistan. The crowd has gone pretty silent. Rizwan is very annoyed with himself.
Yeah, slower one on that occasion from Green. Just pitched and spun a bit, maybe. Yeah, rolling his wrist nicely. Just a little spin. And Rizwan wanted to play on the onside. He likes to play on the onside. Didn't really get the length right, and the off stump goes out of the groove. 67 for 1, and Rizwan gone for 23.
What about this guy, Fakhar Zaman? Look at that strike rate, 132. He's an extraordinary cricketer, this man. Loves the T20 game. Has played superbly for Pakistan over the years, and he'll be itching to go.
It's a strike rate that we all talk about when Fakhar Zaman comes to the crease. Predominantly on the leg side. He likes to pick up anything that's slightly short and on his legs.
What Australia have done so far in the one.
Now the question is how Babar is going to play from here on. Is he going to just sort of go a little slow and allow Iftikhar to settle in? Yeah, maybe that's the way.
Nah, I don't reckon, Waka. Arooj, what do you reckon?
Well, Iftikhar Ahmed has all the experience behind him, and you've got Khushdil Shah come in, who we've seen can hit the long ball, and so I just think that Babar can continue what he is doing.
Oh, down, scoring. Yes, puppy.
But Australia have stemmed everything, picking up those 2 important wickets. Adam Zampa's overs will now become that much more crucial.
Yeah, perfect time for him to bowl his second. Call is 2 from Iftikhar. It's only going to be 1 though. No chance of 2. Labuschagne picking up and shying.
Well, it's time to chip in a couple of cheap overs here for Australia. Khushdil to come, Asif, then Wasim Jr. Pakistan will be a little bit worried that if you lose 1 more wicket here, then what?
Cries of catch it on the bounce. Swaps on a backward square.
Well, that wasn't a very authoritative stroke. It was a little reluctant. Ball bounced a little bit.
Swepson on for Finch, by the way, who's damaged his finger. It's the last thing he needs.
Yes, yeah.
Top over. Really good work from Zampa. Only 4 from that. 72 for 2. Now looks like the skipper's on his way back.
Because I think I'm going to be...
if you just look at Cameron Green's face and then look at his figures, it'll give you a bit of a clue as to why he's smiling. 2 for 5, 2 and 2 balls. Green again, Babar Azam.
Yeah, I just feel with Iftikhar's experience, Khushdil to come in, Asif Ali to come in as well, Babar can continue playing the way he was. Obviously the power play is over and there were more fielders on the fence, but he can probably still afford to keep going, maybe, and then look to see how the situation is if another wicket falls.
Yeah, I think the thing is, I think Waka's right. He's got to settle down a little bit. However, he's still got to make sure he keeps going, because Iftikhar's not going to go. Iftikhar's going to just give him the strike a little bit. Let's look at the wickets that Green picked up. That was just a little bit of an off-cutter. Got through Rizwan, and that was the first ball from Fakhar Zaman. He smacked it straight to Finch, who swallowed it. Stoinis was delighted. I think he was happier than Green was. 2 and 2. That's changed the whole complexion of this game. Sliding leg side.
Yes, man.
Well, this is a beauty of T20 cricket. You pick up 1 or 2 wickets, you can always pull the game back. Doesn't really matter what sort of start the teams have. Pakistan had a wonderful start of 67 between Babar and Rizwan, and then losing 2 wickets, and suddenly the run rate has come down.
I guess the other option also is that Iftikhar has a go. He plays nice and aggressively. That's 4 runs. That's a little bit of a gift. Can't afford to give that present away to Babar Azam.
Yeah, that will ease Iftikhar a bit. This will take a bit of pressure off him, especially when you lose 2 wickets and you come in. That's another 50 for Babar, who's played superbly once again. He's been outstanding in this series. He's been outstanding in the last 2 years, I would say. What a player he is. A little bit down the leg side, and Babar, the kind of form he is in, he ain't gonna miss on those.
Or that. He's going to get that away as well quite easily. So he's been brilliant, Babar Azam. He's put on a real show with the white ball stuff, and of course Karachi. How good was that in Karachi? That was sensational work.
The strike rate is really good from Babar. He was very aggressive from
halfway done. Pakistan 80 for 2. Babar Azam again with a glorious half century, looking good. Courtesy Green picking up 2 wickets back to back in the over. Slight stage where the scoring is stemmed a little bit, courtesy those 2 wickets to fall. But I still believe that Babar can continue to look for the scoring shots while Iftikhar gets a measure of the wicket. An absolute belter, Keys, you mentioned at the pitch report.
Yeah, we weren't expecting anything else, and Babar Azam is a man in form. Whatever the format, he's scoring runs. He loves batting here in Lahore, that is for sure.
Reliable creative poster stands a chance to win a Dolan's Appliance, the #1 home appliance brand in Pakistan. And plenty on offer there. tossed up. Has he got the gap? Perfectly timed again from Iftikhar. Picks up a boundary.
Yeah, number 4 is what Iftikhar wants to bat on. It's a number that suits him. Gives himself time, and then he's the power hitter. He does play spin well. And we're talking about when Pakistan to step on the gas. I think it's right now. Just 2 wickets lost, and you've still got what, 9.2 overs to go. You can actually afford to have a go right now. You've got power hitters to come, and even if Babar bats through the innings, you want one end where everything's going to the fence or trying to go to the fence.
Down the wicket again. Just a single. I completely agree with you, Baz. They've still got Khushdil Shah and Asif Ali to come in, and Iftikhar Ahmed, you've been an advocate of him to bat at number 4. And he's got the position, and he's got a set man at the other end. And Pakistan should be looking to eye that 200-run mark here. A good wicket to bat on. And number 5 and number 6, we all know what they can do. A single to finish off. 11 done. Pakistan 89 for 2. Since the wickets, the scoring rate has just come down slightly. And before that, Pakistan got off to an absolute flyer. Highest score in the power play against Australia. Babar Azam, most of the runs came from his bat, batting comfortably on 53 at the moment. Nathan Ellis now back in.
He got the treatment really, because he came on in the middle of the first power play, or the only power play in the innings, and Babar Azam just said, bang, I'm going to dispatch you.
Good time for him to come back in. Aaron Finch throwing the ball to him just when Iftikhar is still relatively new at the crease. But again, it provides Iftikhar also to try and get on the scoring rate. It has been an aggressive start from Pakistan. And dealing in singles at the moment, the 2 men in the middle.
Variations very important. Yo, with a couple of wickets, and it's not one delivery which is bowled the same. That was probably the slowest of them lot, but brilliantly delivered throughout. Now the average first inning score here in T20I is 159, but more recently it's the PSL, and the average first inning score was 174. Most teams, once they got to that, they were able to defend. So Pakistan well on target to get to maybe 174, if not more. But it just seems as if this is a particularly good surface, so you'll need a little bit more, you'll need a little bit of cushion. 180, maybe 90.
Pakistan got the start to get a big score, but that's what T20 cricket is. It's sort of, with every ball turning out into an event, a couple of wickets has stemmed the slow of runs dramatically. The last 30 balls, only 31 runs and the 2 wickets for Pakistan. Has been taken comfortably behind the stumps. A fine tickle, and Iftikhar goes. The 3rd wicket to fall for Pakistan.
Just anticlimactic that. Knocked his delivery outside off stump and he just flirted at it. Crowds got silent as you would expect, but it's pretty much a nothing shot, just flirted outside off stump. He could have gone just hard at this third in the circle, just an outside edge. Cleanly taken, and Iftikhar has to go. Very disappointed as he walks back, as he should be. Out for 13.93 for 3.
आओ चलें एक नई दुनिया में, तराज की दुनिया में, जहां मिले सब कुछ, जहां इम्पॉसिबल कुछ भी नहीं, और इमेजिनेशन इज जस्ट द बिगिनिंग। सियालकोट से हुंजा 260 माइल्स। What matters is your single smile. सोच बड़ी, इरादे मजबूत, तरीकों से हटके, कुछ नया इजहार, खुशियों के रंग में मिला जुला सा प्यार। Discover your Daraz.
New batter in for Pakistan, Khushdil Shah. Healthy strike rate 106. Has been a good over from Ellis. Nothing short in the end. Iftikhar, the last wicket to fall for Pakistan. And at one point, Pakistan was looking at a big score. And if they keep going at the run rate that they are at the moment, they will probably get 157. And just looking at the surface and the way it's played out so far, there might just not be enough. Quick single to end the over, 5 off it and a wicket, 94 for 3.
Too late.
94 for 3, a solid start up front, 67 from Rizwan and Babar Azam, but then it's been difficult to get going. 3 wickets to bring Australia back into the attack. And Travis Head now back in. Well, the first over went for 10.
Down, PG. Yes, Eddie.
Just a flirt outside off stump. And just very soft dismissal that. Now interesting from Aaron Finch to get Travis Head back in the attack. He bowled that 1 over up front, but he... This is that little flirt outside off stump.
Oh!
The inside edge this time, little race away to the fence. Rather unlucky for Travis Head, but Khushdil gets his first boundary.
I think it's a bad plan to bring him into the attack. It's a good time, you just got a wicket, you got a left-hander on strike, try and burgle an over of Head, and this is unlucky.
Yeah, matchups, Rob. That's the big thing in T20 cricket. Left-hander, off-spinner. Gets away with that one, though.
Now you just see him firing them in at the moment. 91 the previous delivery, 94. The inside edge running away to the boundary for Khushdil Shah. He'll want to finish off maybe just a single here ahead. And he does. That brings up the 100 for Pakistan as well. That's what the wickets do. 42 for the next 100. 50, sorry. 7 off the over. Pakistan 101 for 3.
Give us that graphic again if you can.
Plays that nicely. There is a fielder though. He likes to favor the leg side, Khushdil Shah. We've seen glimpses of him in the one-day series. Came off a very good PSL. Now that's what he can do. He can up the ante in that clock. KFC score a scholarship. Every time a player hits a 6, KFC will award a higher education scholarship to a deserving student through the KFC Higher Education Scholarship Program. 35 sixes so far, 35 scholarships. The ODI and the T20 games combined. Excellent initiative. And Pakistan need a few more of those at the moment.
Yeah, but as you say, that's what the wickets do. All of a sudden, at that time, Baz was talking about how they're just about now's the time to go. But then they got the wicket, so it just checks you just for a couple more overs. Been plenty of kids in throughout this series. That's been good to see. Or the ODI series and even the test matches. There were times when school kids were coming in rather than having a day at school.
He likes the mid-wicket area and there is no fielder there. There is a deep backward square and a long on. Targeting him outside the off stump.
He's been impressive as Green. I tell you what as well is impressive, how he decided not to go in for the IPL. Because he wants to be playing what? Red ball cricket, test match cricket, wants to learn that as well. As opposed to just trying to get in early into an IPL team. He's played well here because at this stage Pakistan were looking like they were just going to race away and get past 200. And he was smart the way he changed his pace as much as anything else.
Big shot straight to the fielder. He's been an exceptional find for Australia. Burst on the scene with the Ashes. Put up good performances there, and then into the red ball here in Pakistan.
Well, you think as well, if you're an all-rounder now, they're the ones who go for the most money. Someone who can bowl what 90 mile an hour like he can, and he can bat. They're the types of players in franchise cricket around the world. That's what everyone's looking for. They're not looking for batsmen as such. There's plenty of them in the country the franchise is.
Quick run. That's what he does well. We saw that throughout the test series as well. Gets shape on the ball, both back into the right-hander and away. We can bowl them as quick as he does. But a bright future ahead of him.
Yeah, we saw that in test cricket. 140 he's up to, and he just sort of ambles in. But he releases it from so high, and in the Ashes he was a wicket taker. And the same thing he's done here on debut. He's the type of player, if he stays fit, Australia will sort of he'll balance every team that Australia tried to put out in any format.
Good over so far, just the 4 of it, 1 to go. And it will remain that way. Exceptional over from Green. 14 gone, 105 for 3. He's been the star so far. Got Australia back into the game when Pakistan was looking to get away. 2 important wickets back to back, and the important ones of Rizwan and Fakhar Zaman. Abid back into the attack. He's timed that well. Straight to the fielder again.
Shaukat Khan Memorial Hospital underway in Karachi, and donate and make it a reality. Donate online, www.shaukatkhan.org.pk, or call now at 0800 11 555.
Now 3 men on the boundary for Khushdil. Third is up. Excellent delivery. Into the block hole, not allowing the batter to get under it and free his arms. Getting excellent shape away from the left-hander. It's been a while since the last boundary came. Got a hold of that. Will it beat the fielder? Yes, it does. It's timed that really well, Khushdil Shah.
Yeah, Pakistan desperate for acceleration. That one, but just missing his length. He's got it on the full. Just hit it leg side. He's got enough power that once he hits the gap, even there's 2 boundary riders, there's no chance. Full length dive, but it's gone to the fence.
I didn't time that at all. He got a chunk of that in the middle. Full toss favouring the leg side, as he does so often. Just under 5 overs, just over 5 overs to go now. 5.2 overs to go. Pakistan 111. Current rate will get them to 151.
And Babar's had a problem in the last 18 deliveries, just 21 runs. He started off like a train. First 25 deliveries, 38 runs at 152, and after that it's just been a bit of a struggle because the boundaries aren't coming, and that has affected the overall progress of Pakistan. Run rate of 7.55, and you would think that by this stage, with just 3 wickets down, they'd be what, 130-40. But you still got 5 overs. You got a set man in there, Khushdil too, but you just need to step on the gas now.
Another excellent delivery. He's getting those Yorkers in perfectly. 15 done, Pakistan 112 for 3.
आओ चलें एक नई दुनिया में, तराज की दुनिया में, जहां मिले सब कुछ, जहां इम्पॉसिबल कुछ भी नहीं, और इमेजिनेशन इज जस्ट द बिगिनिंग। सियालकोट से हुंजा 260 माइल्स। व्हाट मैटर्स इज योर सिंगल स्माइल। सोच पड़ी, इरादे मजबूत, तरीकों से हटके कुछ नया इजहार, खुशियों के रंग में मिला जुला सा प्यार। Discover your Daraz.
And he goes. Has he gone far enough? You betcha he has. 6 runs.
Wow, what a shot. With 5 overs left, something had to happen. And have a look at Barber there. He's cleared the fence easily.
Yeah, good start of the over. That's what they were waiting for. They wanted to get into the last 5 and then unleash. And good start from Babar Azam.
So 6 off the first ball of Zampa's last. Bit more air. Has he gone again? Has he gone far enough? Has he? No, he hasn't. Australia have got him. They've been wanting to do that for about a week. They finally have got him. And it silenced the crowd as well.
Well, he's thrown that higher and wider as Zampa. And drew Babar Azam into the shot. And just managed to hit it straight out there to the safe hands of Ben McDermott. Looked like the wrong one as well. Threw his hands at it. 6 off the first ball. And a wicket on the next. 118 for 4.
Right number 1.
Asif Ali now has arrived in the middle. He also likes to hit big. He likes to play this role. So a couple of guys in the middle for Pakistan are finishers. That's the important thing as far as the home team is concerned. Zampa again. He influences games, that's for sure. Adam Zampa, fine bowler.
Trouble for Pakistan. Definitely Zampa bringing all his experience into play, tossing it up nicely, nice and full. Babar wanted to go big again, went straight into the hands of Ellis. Big wicket.
The first wicket, they were going at 9.2 to the over, and now going at 7.7. That's what happens when wickets fall. They've got to recover. They can still do it though. Big boundaries. That's the answer to the game at this stage. But Australia have done brilliantly to get back into this, well and truly.
Yeah, the steady stream of wickets has done that with the new batsman coming out, having to find a way. But that last wicket of Babar Azam, 66, it's put a big dent in this. Big dent in this for Pakistan. 120 for 4.
Pakistan were eyeing big after the power play. They were thinking they're going to get to 200, maybe more. But not now. 16 gone, 121 for 4.
Behind square.
4 overs left. If they go at 9 and over, they'll get to 157. 11 over gets to 165. I would think that that's got to be where they've got to be. Righto. A couple of guys who like hitting boundaries. Asif Ali's just arrived. He's going to have to get on the charge straight away. Finch will be very pleased with the work that his charges have done. Ellis is expensive first up, and he's come back nicely. Quick single. Time for us just to have a little bit of a pause and get into the Tapal Tea Lounge and see what they're up to. They're always nice and relaxed. They'll have a message or two for us. The message is just chill out at the moment. Enjoy the tea.
Hey, Hazy, we've always had biscuits with our tea up here. Doesn't look like they've got biscuits down there. Do we want to share out some of ours, you think?
Are we on their way? Don't worry, Casper. They'll be coming.
Good stuff. That's how we do it up here. We like to share.
Good look on the leg side, Kustul. That's his mode. That's where he goes. 3 men on the boundary leg side. He's got one he can put away. Has he found the gap? Yeah, he has. That's a good start to the over.
Yeah, early in the over. Always looking at that boundary makes it a whole lot easier. Not just any old boundary, but a 6. Thank you very much.
Well, the length has got to be very precise. Kustul is a big hitter of the ball, and that was in his arc, in his zone. That might have just landed inside the boundary. Some umpire might have to have a look at it again and change his decision. This has definitely landed inside that skirting. So 4 runs. Still a good start of the over for Pakistan. Well, these two at the crease, they're both known to be a big hitter. Then they switch on and look for those big shots and put Pakistan in a decent total.
Ellis was just drying the ball quite a bit just before he got set with that rag at the back of his trousers. Obviously a little bit of dew around the place now, which makes it a little bit difficult for the Australian bowlers. Going to make it a little difficult for the Pakistan bowlers also.
It's really well bowled, that last ball, but this was the ball before. Now, full toss there. Kustul hit that so well. Yeah, and Ellis knew that. Just didn't quite come out of the hand right.
So 6 off the first 3. Got to turn this into a big over. Asif Ali on strike now. He's gone high. It hasn't gone far enough, I don't think. Looks like it's going to be caught, and it is caught. Labuschagne takes the catch. He doesn't drop anything, that guy. That's another wicket at exactly the wrong time for Pakistan, but the right for the boys in yellow.
Very smartly bowled once again from Ellis. I think it was back of the hand. It was in the arc for Asif to hit away, but just an extra bounce. The weight couldn't really go forward, and as you said, Mikey, this man doesn't drop anything, and that's a big catch. Massive wicket. Pakistan into the tail now. Pakistan in deep trouble. Asif gone for 3. Is 127 for 5 now.
Hassan Ali's at the non-striker's end. Kustul. Oh, that's out. Up goes that finger. I wonder if that was sliding down at all. Yep, straight away they sent it upstairs.
TV umpire to director. We have a player review for LBW. Donfield decision is out. It's a fair delivery. Can we start with front on spin VN, please? It's nice and slow. Ball is close to the bat. Need to confirm through ultra edge, please. Yes, keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. Yes, there is a gap between bat and ball. Satisfied, no bat in ball. Go for ball tracking when ready, please. Original decision out. Pitch outfit off. Impact in line. Wickets missing. Go back to on-field umpire. Khalil, you need to reverse your decision. Stand by. You're on screen. Please signal.
Good use of the review system. Asaf Yaqub was the instructing umpire. Right, so that was just going down. A little bit of a surprise for Korstal, missing that one, going on the leg side, but he'll be more than happy that he's still there with work to be done. He's got a partner at the other end who likes to give the ball a bit of a smack as well. Last ball this over. It's only going to be one. Korstal's going to retain the strike. That is a top over. Went for 7 and a big wicket as well. 128 for 5.
Oh, they're disappointed with that. They enjoyed seeing the umpire raise his finger, but not as much as the reversal of the decision from the crowd.
Since the 10th over, 7 overs, 48 runs only, 3 wickets. That run rate going at 6.8. That's how well Australia have done to get right back in this game after Pakistan were on a serious charge. Abbott. Oh, that's above waist height, I'm sure. That's going to be a no ball. It's more than likely going to get caught. It is. No ball is called straight away. Hassan Raza calls that.
Well, Australian fast bowlers having some issues with that wet ball. You saw in the previous over, this one clearly over the waist height, and Khustal, even he knew it. And that is not very good from the Australians. They have to make sure that they keep that ball dry, because this can be very costly. Free hit.
Yeah, here's a chance for Korstal now. 3 hits. Perfect situation for him. Looking for big boundaries. Oh, it's beautifully bowled.
I think that's what he was trying earlier also, just trying to get in the Brockall, trying to bowl that Yorker. Good delivery, good pace on that, almost 140 clicks.
He's done a wonderful job, Abbott.
Yeah, he's done that throughout the series, the one-day series when he's played. And his control there, direction was perfect. Seems to be the way when he can hold the cricket ball.
Yeah, that's the ideal delivery. Right on, Hassan Ali now on strike. Big swing and a miss.
And change of pace. You know the batsman, he sees it there, he's identified that area to the leg side. This was Labuschagne under the high ball. Hands nice and high as he caught that. That's the technique. And that was the wicket.
And the response. Got underneath that. Hit it straight down the ground. He's hit it for 6. That's right out of the screws.
Well, the previous delivery was a slower one. This one had a little bit more pace on it, but the length was just perfect for Hassan Ali to hit straight over his head. Magnificent hit. Now maybe this was also a knuckle ball, but very well read by Hassan Ali. He can hit the ball.
Absolutely smashed it. And Hassan Ali will be looking straight again.
It's exactly what batsmen look for this time of the innings. Exactly what they look for, that sort of length. Get underneath the ball. Oh, that's clever. That's very clever. Beautifully played.
Yeah, very smart cricket. Very, very smart. Hassan Ali, we all know that he's very handy with the bat down the order. He's got 100 also at first class level, and he can hit the ball hard. And this was very cheeky. He knew exactly where Ebbets gonna bowl. Got under it very nicely. And a beautiful stroke. Very handy.
And that ball would have got a little bit wetter now after that travelling on the turf. Oh, he's chopped it on. He's chopped it on for about a foot outside off stump. Another wicket goes down.
That's so well bowled by Abbott. He's shown the Yorker. He's got that up his sleeve. The last ball that was hit down to fine leg was exactly the same place. But the batsman looked to give himself a little room and just managed to chop that on. That's really well bowled. Unfortunately, Hassan Ali's out for 10. Pakistan now 142 for 6.
आओ चलें एक नई दुनिया में, तराज की दुनिया में, जहां मिले सब कुछ, जहां इम्पॉसिबल कुछ भी नहीं, और इमेजिनेशन इज जस्ट द बिगिनिंग। सियालकोट से हुंजा 260 miles. What matters is your single smile. सोच बड़ी, इरादे मजबूत, तरीकों से हटके, कुछ नया इजहार, खुशियों के रंग में मिला जुला सा प्यार। Discover your Daraz.
Shaheen Shah Afridi, 21 years of age, that's all. He's a wonderful cricketer. He'll be looking to get all these people to stadium on their feet a little bit later on when he's got the ball in his hand. But he's got a job to do with the bat now. Push to his partners, 24 off 20. Shaheen Afridi's got to get some runs. He likes to give the ball a whack. Really good work from Abbott. I like the look of this guy, Waka. 142 for 6. Now we've only got 2 overs, 12 legitimate deliveries left. Ellis is going to bowl 6 of them. Oh, it's a very good delivery, and he's got underneath that. Has it gone for 6? No, it's another catch. It's another catch, so it's another wicket, and it's another silence the crowd moment.
McDermott taking the catch there, cool as you like. It's quiet in the crowd. It's a big hush here, packed ground here. But Ellis, nice full ball. Seams cross over there. Safe set of hands down on the fence there, Ben McDermott. That's the 7th wicket for Pakistan falling. 142 runs the score.
Wasim Jr. He's underneath that. It says Afridi this time. And that might be out as well. Oh, what a brilliant catch by Stoinis. Magnificent second grab. It just popped out and he grabbed it. And he's delighted. My goodness.
What a spell from a youngster. He's getting better and better. Went for 14 in his first over and picking up his 4th wicket. Another beautiful slow delivery. And Shaheen couldn't really help himself. Was looking for a big one and got the edge, and watch that. Wonderful catch by Stoinis. That's the 4th wicket for a youngster. And 8 down Pakistan for 142. Brilliantly taken. Kept his eyes on it. Made sure that he grabbed it in the second attempt. And Pakistan in all sorts of trouble. What a wonderful catch. Decision will be out, that's for sure. For Pakistan losing one more wicket here. 142 for 8.
Hat-trick ball. Hat-trick delivery. And there is an outside edge. Is there? They're up. They're up in a big way. Ellis thinks he heard something. There was nothing spontaneous from the keeper. Are they going upstairs?
Go upstairs.
He
Why
might
not?
as well. Come on, Aaron. Yeah.
It's a hat-trick ball. You got to go upstairs.
Not out. TV umpire to director. We have a player review for caught behind. The on-field decision is not out. It's a fair delivery. Can we start with the front on spin wheel, please? Yes. Nice and slow. Ball is close to the bat, and bat is also hitting the bat. Can you go for ultra edge? Yes, keep rolling, keep rolling. Yes, I can see there's a gap between bat and ball and flat line as well. Roll forward, please. Roll forward. Roll forward. Yes, satisfied. Go back to on-field umpire. Halim, stay with your original decision. Stand by. You're on screen. Please signal.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything he's saying. There was a noise, actually. It was the bats on the pad, but not balled on bat, which is what matters.
But it was a hat-trick ball. Should have been given, isn't it?
Spoken like a true couple of bowlers. What are you going to say, Casper?
I'm going to say you've got to use whatever opportunities you have. Have a look upstairs.
Oh, that's beautifully bowled. Terrific stuff from Ellis. This is really special.
Just the change of pace, and even there the smile from the batsman too. He didn't pick it. These were the 2 wickets. And the 2 deliveries, one down on the fence. And the very next one, Stoinis, that went so high, it popped out for a bit of a look as well. But he snaffled it.
So since Babar Azam's left, Pakistan have lost 5 for 24. He's got 4 for 26, Ellis, and he's got 2 balls left in his spell. Oh, that's off the toe end of the bat. Bit of chalk, please, for the cue.
He's a very smart T20 bowler for sure. He's got all the tools. Mike Haseman showed the other day the varieties he's got. Back of the hand, the off cutter, and then he's got good pace on top of that. He's already got a hat-trick in internationals against Bangladesh. So he's a wicket taker. Went for 14 in his first, and look what he has done. He's pulled it beautifully with 4 wickets for 27. And that's his last delivery of his spell.
Carter now on strike. Last ball. Slow one to finish. Carter just eases that one into the covers. Just the single. 19 gone. 144 for 8. Gaddafi Stadium holds 27,000 people. It is chock-a-block tonight. Last over. Eased away. They want boundaries now. Can they get one to start? Yes. That's a Pakistan lead. Australia have been absolutely brilliant, but that boundary helps Pakistan.
Kadir. It's been out the crease. Second delivery. And no problems at all. That ball's just that length, shortish ball from Dwarshuis. Coming to bowl that last over. Marnus Labuschagne with the slide. Couldn't stop it.
Well, he should have learnt it from the youngster from the other end, Ellis, that either you bowl a slow delivery or you get in the block hole. Length delivery with this damp ball is going to disappear. It doesn't matter what number you bat or not. This is a very, very good surface. What is happening there now? The umpires are just asking the fourth umpire to help them with something.
Ellis, by the way, was magnificent. He's finished his spell 4 for 28. The wickets he picked up. We're just a bit stunned as to what's going on at the moment. Bit of a break in play. There's obviously a reason the umpires are calling umpire on, but Ellis is brilliant with his work. No wonder he's smiling.
So good. And that one there was the last wicket.
Back live now. Oh, he's hit that beautifully. He has absolutely nailed it. Take the bones out of that one.
Wow! That also brings Pakistan's 150. What a hit! He can bat, definitely. In the zone and hit it with ease. No real pressure. I'll take you on. And that went, what, 91 meters. Massive hit.
That's the third delivery he's faced. Why is he batting so low down the order?
Where's he been?
Absolutely. And this crowd, this full crowd here at Gaddafi Stadium are really appreciating this.
4 balls left. Eases that away. Just going to pick up the one though. Nicely bowled.
Well, that's definitely a better length. Nice and full. Anything off the length, we've seen balls disappearing. What a crowd. What a wonderful crowd. They enjoyed every bit of it.
Arouge, the best commentator in the box.
Without a doubt.
Where's she now? She'll be back soon. Love her shoes. Got to check out her shoes if you can. My goodness. It suit you, Waka. Righto, here we go. Oh, beautifully bowled again in the block. Oh, you can't do much with that.
Yeah, perfect that. You can't get under it as a batsman. And that's where you want to do. Get them hitting in one direction. Straight down the ground. At least you can control that. High percentage balls is the key for a bowler at this stage when you're closing.
Sounds like a band.
What was the band's name?
One Direction.
One Direction. There you go. I was more a grunge rock fan myself, though, Hazy.
Yeah, shocked me, Casper.
Yeah. Can Usman Khader hit another boundary or two? Can he put Pakistan in a decent total? 156 for 8 right now. If they can cross 160, they'll feel that they've done a good job after losing all those wickets.
Crowd wants 164. 2 balls left. He's hit that well. There's no one down there either. Oh, it's a misfield. It's an unforced error. That's gone for 4. There's your 160, Waka.
Yeah, let's make it 166 now. Can he hit another one? In position early.
Usman Khader, he's playing a blinder. Only faced 5 deliveries and he's hit 2 sixes and a 4. Let's see another one.
He knew he didn't get that, but just a bit sloppy there. Marnus Labuschagne was thinking about throwing it before he collected it, before it was in the hands. Only managed to just spill it over the fence. Captain's not impressed.
Labuschagne, unforced error. Last ball. Nailed that as well. Has that gone for 4? No, there's a man out there. They're going to come back for the second. Cardi wants to come back for the third, actually. That's where it ends. Reasonable recovery. They were going so well, Pakistan, and then Australia blitzed it. They got right back in the game with Green, 2 wickets and 2 balls, and then Ellis was magnificent with his 4 wickets. This is a pretty handy total, 162.
Yeah, at one
stage, Pakistan were flying, maybe 200 or 190.
But great bowling by the Australians. They're faster bowlers. They're stuck to the task. They brought in good variation once the ball gets old, and there will be a very happy camp with 162 for 8. The run rate required for Pakistan to win is 8.1. So it will be even Steven. I would say Pakistan needs Shaheen to strike again early. This is how it stands.
Yeah, going beautifully to the top. Babar Azam, 66 off 46. He was magnificent. They suddenly just fell apart once he was dismissed, unfortunately. That 34 runs, by the way, and that 11.33 in the last 3 overs. So that has saved them a bit.
And the bowling figures for Australia, they started the bowling with Travis Head. A little bit of innovation there, but Nathan Ellis with his 4 for 28 was outstanding. The 8 dot balls there. I've got to say also that Sean Abbott with the 11 dot balls in his 24 balls was really good also. So great effort for the Australians. They felt like they were containing him, but things just got away from a little bit at the end there for 162 the total.
The green stick too. Couple of wickets at the right time. There's a look at the partnerships. Rezwan and Barber, 67 off 46, brilliant. 26, 25, 15, didn't get on. Look at the last one, Wasman Carter, 20 off 10. So that was good work, and Harris Ralph will be delighted that he wasn't required. 162 it was. It's not a bad total. Righto. So we've got a full house here at the Gaddafi Stadium. That's what Australia need to do. There is only one T20 international. This is it. We're halfway through it at the moment. And Australia need 163 runs. They've got 20 overs. And they need to go at 8.15 runs per over.